What up, everybody? Sorry that this one got delayed a little bit. I went on Tuesday night with Coach Vass, and it was a lot of fun and in typical coach speak. Sorry that this one. Sorry about that. Had my own self put up on YouTube to get cracking to the live streams there, the live feeds, all that good stuff. And without further ado, let's jump on in. We're going to be looking at Ravens defense, obviously a good bit. Definitely recommend for someone smarter than myself who has more practical application of maybe some defensive rules in coverage, not just, this is cover six, this is what happens in cover six, this is where it went wrong, but more why it went wrong. You can find Make Defense Great Again podcast. You can find Coach Vass on YouTube. We did a breakdown. It was a lot of fun. That one's like well over 2 hours. I'm going to try and be more concise. Might have been running a little bit long, but without further ado, without further Freddie ado, I should say, let's hop into it and get to some of the fun plays. I'm going to be kind of cutting into the Game Pass a little bit and sharing that way. But let's get ready to rumble, boys and girls. Okay. First up, let's take a look at insane open field tackle that happens here. This is broadcast. I don't want broadcast. Let me keep going here, guys. Okay, let's look at Josh Bynes early on in this game. I still don't want broadcast, but whatever. We'll work with it. I didn't gear myself up properly, but see the Chargers here. Ravens have a four-man front, and watch the way Josh Bynes just shoots this alley. Immediately IDs. What he's IDing here is the front side outside the numbers puller. Do you see number 70, Rashawn Slater? He is pulling front side. On front side pulls, it is going to be an outside run unless it is a reverse coming the other way. And we know that's not happening because these guys aren't running into the backfield, these two receivers in the front of formation. Chargers kept things tight, which I don't think is a good idea against the Ravens defense generally. You like to spread them out, and that's going to prevent them from being able to just give disguised looks. So utilizing more of the field laterally, I think, helps a lot. But Josh Bynes with a great angle. You see him working. He trusts his guys in the cutback lane. He gets to the back hip. He's not overrunning. He's keeping those shoulders and feet and eyes square. Anthony Averett does a great job shedding a tight end who probably, just had a poor block here overall. You would have liked to see him start to mirror Averett a little bit more and try and wash him out, square with him. But Averett just runs by him, slips him. Great play by Averett. Boom. Bynes gets a tackle for loss. Odafe, everyone was like, Odafe was shot out of a... Yeah, he's getting pushed in the back is why he got blocked. That's why he kind of propels right there. So Bynes, great play. Tavon Young as well, there. So great play. Love to see it. Absolutely love to see it there. Let's see. Calais Campbell humping grown men into the shadow realm. So let's take a look at this run play. You see the Chargers go with a jumbo or an XL. So they're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 offensive linemen and a tight end here. And they're strong to the right. So this front is set for a neutral if there was a tight end here. So if this was just a classic ace look. But so you see Tyus Bowser, he's clapping. Hey, slide down the front, one gap down. Because if they don't and they're lined up here, you're going to be able to have, 74, 79 are going to be able to work. He's going to be able to take out Bynes. You're going to have 89 here. They're going to get a one-on-one. The back's going to be able to use leverage a little bit better. So overall, see him slide down a gap. And really, Herbert should be checking out of this at this point maybe, but doesn't do it. And then they would have had 89 as well there. But Calais Campbell, just absolutely dominates Storm Norton. Calais Campbell stays even. He uses his length. You see how low he is at 6'8". He's even lower. He's locking those arms out, and he is just going to hump through and get that hand placement and then toss Storm Norton to the side. Eats that one up. So he's to the inside. The back's got to break to the outside. And Tyus Bowser does a good job maintaining that outside leverage. See that long arm Tyus Bowser is using so that he can peek and ID the running back. He's keeping outside leverage, establishing himself there. Maybe even a little hands to the face there a little bit, but whatever. Josh Bynes, again, just flows right over top. 82, I don't know what you're doing, brother. You gotta stick your nose in the fan a little bit. So Chargers just really didn't have a good game, man. Didn't block well, didn't have a really great plan of attacking this Ravens front. Here's another one, fun one. Patrick Queen played, I think, 19 snaps in this game. He gets hurt early on after he had at least 3 positive plays. But last week, if you guys remember, I talked about squaring your shoulders to the line of scrimmage, working out of neutral, staying neutral, flipping your hips back and forth, eyes, feet, shoulders, toes, together, together. And even when you turn, if you're going to turn and run to the sideline, get your head turned across so that you still have vision instead of kind of blindly running. So this is a great example of Patrick Queen staying here. We also see Justin Houston over the left tackle in this, wide stand-up rush, able to stay home. So he's clogging the immediate throwing lane a little bit. Patrick Queen, does a nice job staying square with the play. He's on the backside, quickly recognizes and watch his eyes stay with it. His eyes are staying upfield, staying towards where he should go instead of lowering his eyes. And then he squares back up. Boom. He's flattened. So now he's in neutral, so he can work the other way if he wants to. And what does he do? Keeps drifting, took it away. So there's another backside. So Patrick Queen here takes away that RPO, and now Justin Herbert just has to throw the ball away. Odafe away, locks out for the run. Great rep here, getting long, getting underneath of it, getting beyond it, and he's coming. Herbert's got to get this ball away. And let's see where Herbert snapped the ball. So he's got someone over here. Okay, sure, whatever. They're giving that to quarterbacks a lot. That's fine. Just call it consistent, and it's fine. Whatever you're calling, call it consistent. Here's one of the examples I thought where we could see Justin Herbert's just ability to control the football. So the Ravens are in a 2-high look, kind of like a 3-high or a cloud almost. You got Averett out here, 2 safeties up here. I guess there's someone wide on the formation over here, probably with Humphrey. No, Humphrey's down here. Okay. So they've got kind of that 3-man shell playing off a little bit. And as we see, the Ravens are just going to rush 4, playing some zone. And watch the way Josh Bynes right here. So we're going to see Queen, ID 89 right here. Parham, he's keeping it clean. And then Bynes stays square but keeps his vision to Herbert. So he recognizes this route and he jumps it. But Herbert puts this ball to Jared Cook, who is 6'7", where only Jared Cook can get it. We'll just play this whole thing all the way through from like here. So watch how Bynes just jumps this bad boy. And Herbert can just really control this football, man. That ball location on a rocket. Tough catch, but beautiful throw. Just thought that was a nice throw from Herbert, showing off some of his physical skill to control the football. Now let's take a look at Lamar. I have him as just using that pump fake right there to open a window to Duvernay underneath. And Lamar, again, kind of picked the Chargers apart underneath more so. So we see the RPO, the GT power RPO, and the edge is playing contain. The Chargers took the passive approach to Lamar. We want to control the scrambling lanes. We're not trying to come downhill and let him make us miss. Gets 99 to move out of the way right there. And these two are like grabbing each other. Just zips it into Duvernay. So just a nice little throw from Lamar there. Let's look at the next one. I think this is this is going to be a power run from Devontae Freeman. That's just so well blocked. Lamar uses the hard count here. And, excuse me, let me take a look at this one. No, this isn't the right one I'm talking about. All right, let's play this one through. I think we're just looking at the way that Ricard's able to work there. And Chargers playing very passively. Oh, this is what I like to highlight. Villanueva with the snatch and trap. That's what this one is. So Joey Bosa lined up in the 4 technique, which means head up over the tackle. 4-eye would be inside shade. 5 would be outside shade. And watch how Villanueva is going to come over top and collapse Joey Bosa's arms and then trap him beneath him. It's a snatch of the arms and trap. Villanueva, I think Joe D'Alessandro has been doing a great job getting Alejandro Villanueva to use his length as much as possible. Villanueva can move, and he also has immense upper body strength. When he does this to you, you're coming down. So Villanueva right there, snatch and trap, breaks Joey Bosa down one-on-one. And Bozeman was ready to down block him too, and he's already fallen to the ground. So right off the snap, just slaps Joey Bosa's hands down, gets on top of him. Physical rep there. Ben Powers pulling here. Does a nice job working 44 out. Easy run. Like to see Devontae Freeman as he starts to progress. Some of the stuff that we're missing out of him is maybe, he blocks 32. Lamar might be able to keep going. So recognizing after those option runs, you're going to become a runner. Let's go to the next one. So this one was a little interesting. Third down gets converted by like an inch. So you got to see the mirrored twins stacks here. We talked about Renfro and Darren Waller a few weeks ago on the podcast and, in articles and whatever, stacking with Hunter Renfro. Great movement skills. So putting your 2 most dynamic kind of movers underneath together. And that way you're going to be able to do some fun things. You can also do the opposite, which is have Waller be off and Renfro in front. So we're going to see Andrews is really, trying to pick a little bit. He runs right at this defender, this underneath defender. So he's going to force him to have to make a break on Hollywood. And Lamar, doesn't get this ball out quite quick enough. I don't know what they were thinking exactly, but you'd like to see the ball come there. And it looks like he tries to either he missed this throw or he's trying to turn Hollywood back upfield. Let's look at the end zone angle. Because this ball does not come out as quickly as you might like. Like to have it out already, tapping the ball a little bit. Has that vicious submarine. Looks like he might try to lead Hollywood back upfield. But just felt like he had it earlier. Just a little timing. But maybe he was being a little safe because he wasn't sure if that DB was going to get the clean break. Maybe he just couldn't see. Whatever it was. But looked like Hollywood had a pretty big yak opportunity that the Ravens weren't really able to take advantage of. We'll watch it one more time. Chargers blitz. He skips rocks. Chargers thought they got the stop, but they didn't. All right, let's look at this next one from the Ravens offense. It's going to be a little outside zone action. Devontae Freeman with a beautiful cut. Beautiful, 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 beautiful cut. Patience, vision, all that good stuff. So let's watch it from the end zone angle. We're going to see. So the Ravens have numbers. Lamar used the hard snap. You already saw 44 start to jump inside. So he knows that 44's fit responsibility. He's making it known is going to be this like A gap to B gap. He's getting in there. So right now you've got Devontae Freeman back here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers for 1, 2, 3 defenders here. And, they're going to work combo and try and scrape to 57. So ideally, it's basically going to put Devontae Freeman in space against 32, who has to then fit to the outside here is exactly what happens. So Powers does a great job reaching here on 95, which frees up Patrick McCarry, who does a great job flipping his hips to seal anything. So he's able to go upfield and prevent any traffic. So we see 32 start to run the alley. We're seeing Josh Oliver and I believe Ricard do a good job moving Derwin James out of space. And as soon as 32 goes inside, Freeman recognizes my blockers have outside leverage. So he just bounces it right outside, makes him miss a little bit with some help from Rashad Bateman. Explosive gain of 17 yards. Freeman had an outstanding game. You guys heard me talk about how Freeman, especially if you listen to the podcast, was going to be, I think he's got 100-yard games incoming. I think he looks great. I think the vision is there. The patience is there. He's got enough explosiveness to be, relatively dynamic. He's not J.K. Dobbins or Gus Edwards, but he's making things happen. Now let's take a look at all this space. We're going to see a fun release. This is just maybe one they missed a little bit offensively. So we've got Hollywood and Bateman. We'll call that a bunch. They could probably high five. That's usually how I qualify if something's bunched. So we've got, a power right formation. You got Ricard over here. You also have Josh Oliver to the left. You got Latavius Murray, the big back. We usually see the big backs behind the quarterback in pistol. So with Latavius Murray likely being out, Le'Veon Bell is probably going to get a lot of those reps. But we're going to see some deep over and deep post action from Marquise Brown. And, the Ravens do a great job blocking this up. But let's watch Rashad Bateman here as he turns upfield and then Hollywood screaming. So at this point, what is happening is that this defender is going to have to peel off to take Bateman. And Hollywood has that inside leverage and is a track star. So if you don't want to take a shot, that's fine, but it's there. And really, you still could have hit Bateman all the way through. Lamar just takes the low-hanging fruit and checks down to Murray, which is fine. Picks up a nice gain, a nice easy gain. So I'm never going to penalize a quarterback for taking the low-hanging fruit. I think that's what a lot of young quarterbacks struggle with, to be honest, and they force things downfield when they don't need to. So Lamar sees, Murray's got room to operate. I believe this is second down, makes it third and short. Might have been first down, but regardless, it was a really nice play here. Got a little sauce on third and 1, the following play. So we see Freeman, he's the shotgun back. He's not the pistol back. So we're going to see Pat Ricard kind of wrap here. This is like I don't even know, a follow, if you want to call it. It's almost like a lead from Ricard being all the way out there. So, he's back like a fullback or like a split end, pardon me. But he's going to wrap inside. So Zeitler and Bozeman work the double team. McCary does a decent job. Ricard comes into this hole, clears it out. That's a short yardage. He gets 7 yards on third and 1, I believe, here after that last play to Murray. So excellent job from Ricard. Excellent patience from Murray to wait for Ricard to go clear things out. But that also shows how dominant the Ravens offensive line felt in their ability to win these blocks. Joey Bosa, Linval Joseph inside. Because if you've got someone that can beat that double team or really stiff that double team, or Bosa can win a little bit more quicker, you got a mess. 57 could then go scrape outside and go and get Freeman one-on-one there. But Freeman just waits, clears through. Nobody gets a clean shot. First down. Easy gain there. Easy gain there. Look at another play action here. And this is just silliness. What I think was funny here, Lamar making everybody miss, but he ends up one-on-one with this defender over here. And if he wins outside here, I mean, you got green grass. So that defender I actually think did a nice job forcing Lamar back into the teeth of the defense. But you want to try to outrun him a little bit, then put the sauce and go isolate him a little more. I'm not going to tell Lamar Jackson how to run. He's got that God-given skill. But I think this defender, long story short, actually did a nice job on this play, preventing Lamar. He gets his ankles broken, so does someone else, but he does a good job preventing Lamar from getting outside where all that space was. So I'm not sure if that's what went through his head and he knew that there was no one back there and kind of based on the formation and everything. But regardless, it was a really nice outcome. Here, Ravens special teams just dominant, man. Christian Welch, Malik Harrison, Anthony Levine, Chris Board. See Welch come flying in, make somebody miss. Malik Harrison's blowing guys up. Chris Board flexing. Everybody's flexing, man. These guys, I'm going to play this one again. These guys are just dominating. I think they have elite kick coverage units right now, and they have elite return units as well. Obviously, with Tucker, everything going on. Boykin, beats his man. They're wrecking guys at the 20 when they try to return the ball. So they're playing with a lot of confidence. Here, we're going to see this mugged up 8-man front. And I should have backed this up a little more. Coach Vass actually saw some things I didn't see, which is really that these young players, Stevens and Board are mugged up over the A-gap here. They were kind of tipping off who might be coming, who might be going. They were communicating about it, making that the read. But ultimately, we see the simmed pressure, which is a zone look, a match man look, basically. So the Ravens line everybody up. So you're thinking right now, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys. So the offensive line, they're going to let the outside man win. If, you always take the inside guy. That's the rule in pass protection. So as of right now, let's say that these four all blitz. Let's say he slants at the center. He attacks 71. 70 is going to take 99. The back will be able to take there. That's the way that you want it to work. Or, maybe they're able to do a half man protection, have the back go fill, but I don't know how confident they are. Or the other way. Let's say that 1, 2, 3, 4 come and you only have 3 blockers on this side of the line. Then you're in no man's land. So that's, what ends up happening. The back doesn't communicate and doesn't cross face. And the Ravens send these 3, and they did a half man protection on this side. So they got 3 this way, 2 this way, and that's just an unblocked defender, man. And no one's hot. Herbert doesn't have anyone looking for the football right now. No one's looking. He could have tried to throw it to 87 to Cook. But at that point, he already feels the pressure. His arm isn't up. He's tucking it. He's already gotten assaulted a good bit this game. So, seeing a little bit of ghosts in this game and takes the sack. That's a big sack. Sean Elliott had a huge game, 2 quarterback hits, a sack, an interception, some nice tackles, some nice physical plays as well. So this was a really good demonstration of some of the things that they were doing. Let me get into some Game Pass now. So let's hop into it. All right, let's try and find some interesting ones. Let's go with Devin Duvernay right end for 11 yards here. So to see the 2x2 with Ricard as the tight end in line here. We got Duvernay, Bateman playing the Z over here. I guess that's the X actually, but Hollywood playing the Z. And they're just going to bring Duvernay. Ricard's going to let Bosa inside. Look at all that space, man. Chargers did a piss poor job in this game. They're missing guys. I think they're missing Adderley, Murray, Tranquil. So they're not seeing it very well. So right now, let's split it into triangles. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's the triangle. Bosa, 44, which is Kaiser, and Joseph. So right now, this is going to be that sweep. You got a 4-on-3. Ravens are looking good. You got 31 in a foot race. The other way, you've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So they feel good, to this side, but to the strength of the formation, Ravens like what they have, especially considering who comes in motion. There's no one over there to react to that. Derwin James doesn't run downhill on it. He's not triggering. The Ravens will run play action out of there. They let Joey Bosa go, and he's not going to be able to catch. He's worried about Lamar. He's already gone. He's dead. So now you got Murray in space with James. And James does a nice job here getting over top, avoiding the block. But first down, that's a simple first down. Very simple first down. Let's go through the rest of this drive here. This is what I hate. If Duvernay doesn't know what he's doing, is it a pass play? No, it's not a pass play. But doesn't matter. That's how bad the Chargers are. It's so obvious to me if I'm on the Chargers defense. If Lamar is waving him back over, hey. I mean, Patrick Mahomes will get you with that stuff. The Chiefs will do some deceptive things, but just so many times you see it at any level. If a quarterback is telling a receiver where to be, they're not throwing the ball. The receiver doesn't know what route he would be running then. So why don't you trigger? 44 and 31. They're not terribly experienced players, but Ricard's already worked downhill on 31, Villanueva on 44. And this just makes you appreciate the greatness while we see Ben Powers blow the absolute hell out of this. Bosa getting torqued inside by Patrick McCary. But this makes you appreciate the greatness of Darius Leonard from that Colts game last week, because in situations like this, Leonard was going to beat Villanueva, who pulled, and we watched it last week in the film session, and get a good lick on this back and tie him up and let the cavalry come. 25 here, not great, whatever. Murray's just scooting on in. Easy. Chargers were piss poor defensively in this one. The Ravens did a good job for sure. I'm not taking anything away from them, but this Chargers team really got exposed. Injuries, whatever, but it's not like, everybody's like, the Ravens have tons of injuries. Well, that's because they do. Let's go look at this drive right here. Okay. See Duvernay come in motion. Another one. Giving Duvernay 2 of these manufactured touches. Able to just get right upfield. He's burning Derwin James. If you're even with Devin Duvernay, he's leaving, man. He's leaving. Chargers have a 5-man front now. Got 2 linebackers in to match the heavy personnel. You got Andrews. Duvernay's coming. Just that short little pass. Touch pass. Derwin James has to change direction. Pat Ricard's going to scrape over top. Go take out this DB. And Derwin James does track him down, but easy. Too easy. Chargers are going to have some problems defensively, man, especially until people get healthy. I don't know who they play, but they play a team like, let's say, I don't know. Browns. Well, they just played the Browns, and the Browns ran all over them. And they won that game. So shows you what the Ravens defense is capable of. Let's take a look at one that doesn't get one. It looks like Bozeman gets beat here a little bit. I don't think Bozeman had a great game. He gets that back injury later too. So what do we got here? Oliver's in that wide split. We got Ricard. Ravens offensive line's in relatively tight splits. So take that, what information you want from that. If you had to guess who's pulling, I don't have this play taped up, but cut up yet or anything, but I'm guessing Powers is pulling. He's back. Looks like Zeitler is not. Oh, nope, it's zone. Okay, so they got me a little bit there, so I was anticipating that. 99 does a good job shooting in the backfield. Bozeman can't go get 57. Murray breaks a tackle. Defense comes. Cavalry comes. Makes a play. All right, let's watch this next one. We got a stack down here. Duvernay in motion a ton early on. Now they run the GT on it, and it's a nice little gain. 4 yards, 5 yards. So using Duvernay in that Willie Snead role, but he's so much more explosive and dangerous. So we're going to see that GT, read, counter, whatever you want to call it. Probably could have gone either way. This might be designed for the quarterback, but just a clear running lane for Lamar. He's chilling, squirting. Modest gain, falls forward. Chargers jumping in over top, whatever. Lamar's a tough guy, man. Continuing this drive, play action, 3-man route concept. Andrews is sitting. Bateman's one-on-one. He's one-on-one. I don't see anything open. Lamar runs. Andrews works with him. Play after the play. First down. So Ravens using, a lot in protection, running play action. You've got Ricard in there as a 6th offensive lineman. Murray in there working. And he really misses. But Lamar finds Andrews easy. Very calm, cool, collected. Let's keep chugging through this drive. Very nice run by Latavius Murray here. Looks like it's split zone, I believe. Penalty. Whatever. I don't want to look at that one. Plenty of time for Lamar. This is the one Baldy covered. He just makes everybody miss. Can somebody get a hand on him? The security guard, the reporter, can somebody get a hand on him? He's got all day again. They got Jumbo in, Cologne, Ricard over here. They're making sure, you know, this end's not doing anything. Lamar's just completely under control, not even really running that fast. Just whoop. And easiest 22-yard, 23-yard run you'll see. Now you got Ricard working around. Don't see any movement. It's probably zone. Chargers try to send that delayed blitzer off the edge. Gets picked right up. Villanueva shuts it down. Amazing open field tackle. And 57 pays the price. Cracks a freaking rib. So the Chargers try to send pressure off of the left side. You got Le'Veon Bell in here. You know it's probably a pass play unless it's a counter because of how wide Le'Veon Bell is from Lamar. It looks like Powers is leaning a little bit in his stance too. He's ready to attack that 3-tech. Lamar's got all day. Look at Villanueva beating this man down, trying to blitz off the edge. Ricard and McCary over here putting this guy in jail. 77, Bozeman, 70, Zeitler have him in jail. Ben Powers has his man in jail. Look at this pocket. Look at that pocket. Easy. Hell of a play by this dude to come get it. Andrews' entire body weight lands on top of him. He ends up going down. This is right in front of where I was sitting. And then I believe this is the Le'Veon Bell touchdown. Numbers advantage. Andrews leading the way. Ricard down blocking. Easy. Le'Veon Bell's fired up. So look at this. You got Bell, Andrews, Duvernay, Ricard. So the Ravens end up running a speed option later, but they've got from the left of the center, they got the Chargers have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defenders on this side. The thing is, Le'Veon Bell's not on the right side. So unless it's a counter to the left side or an inside zone, too many guys on that side. Mass confusion here, it feels like. So, I mean, the Ravens have right now from center to right, 1, 2, 3 for 1, 2, 3. And then guess what? Ricard's going to come back over. And then Andrews is going to pull with it. Ricard seals that up. The down block there. Now Andrews is out ahead of it. Who is that down block? Is that Bateman? Who just laid that shot? Miles Boykin. Miles Boykin devastates this. Oh my God, man. Watch this in here. Boom! Oh, well, the Chargers defender ran into him. Okay. But still, great block from Boykin. Easy money, man. Easy money. Let's go look at a Chargers possession now. This is first half still, where the game's really important. They let that one go. I don't know why you're returning against the Ravens unless you have an elite sort of a team there. So let's take a look. Chargers, everything's tight. Why are you so tight against the Ravens defense? You're letting them do deceptive things. Chargers got the 12 personnel in here. 2 tight ends, tight split. Got ISO down here. Single back. I think they get a nice, modest little gain here. Whoops. There we go. Just flowing. Pretty big cutback lane there. Doesn't really get hit all that well. Got Bynes and Harrison in. So I got Jimmy Smith rotating down. Chuck Clark over here for the 2 tight ends. Away, Harrison, Williams triangled up. Elliott out here. Elliott rotates back. Ravens left side's not even really set. Williams gets sealed a little bit, starts to move with it. Away does a nice job rolling outside. So right now, Bynes went the wrong way, and that's a monster cutback lane right there. And it takes him too long to hit it. That's a bad run by Eckler. Let's watch it again. I mean, he should be hitting this thing. Bynes runs right into the trash. Eckler just runs into the back of 71. That could have been, that could have gone 50, 60 yards if he hits that. Tight again. Look how tight they are constantly. I don't really understand why. And they didn't break out of it much. So now they're running a little power, maybe a counter. And I think Bynes blows this one up by sticking his head and hands into Cook's chest. So everything's tight. Marlon Humphrey in the box here, over the slot. Chuck Clark, Sean Elliott. See the pull. And watch Bynes go attack Cook right here. Forces that back. Blows that up. Eckler now has to bounce. Caught on his own lineman. Brandon Williams, Malik Harrison. Go send it backwards. So Josh Bynes again. Just watch Josh Bynes blow up Jared Cook. Boom! Sends him back into the hole. Cook doesn't really look like he feels like blocking. Third down. Communicating. Looks like they're running mesh. Kind of high-low. And they get it. Cook's got to catch this, man. 3rd and 3. Josh Bynes hits him, but he's bobbling the ball already. Mark Andrews, he's probably going to catch that. Kelsey, Waller, all these guys. Hawkinson. So Elliott gets caught in no man's land here. This is a beater. Elliott, look at him. He just freezes. Doesn't know what to take. Doesn't take either. Because Humphrey had this. Bynes is this way. So he gets caught. This is a successful play that should have been caught. He tries to lead him away. Just bounces right off his hands, gets hit. 4th down. And that's going to lead to a punt. So they don't even go for it yet. Straight off the field. 2 runs that, had a little legs on, especially that first one. So Eckler really costed them there. But they just, not in the end, probably not, because they couldn't even get anything going. Duvernay, every time he touches the ball, he gets 10 yards, 8 yards, 9 yards, 10 yards. Just put the ball in his hands in the backfield, punt it to him, kick it to him. Let him play a little wildcat. Who knows? They got Lamar, but let Duvernay take some wildcat snaps. Let's see. See what happens. Catches the ball in the 14. Skirts right up. 13, 14, 15-yard gain. Leads the NFL as the longest punt return of the year and averages the most per punt return. Flipping back onto the Ravens. Got Tomlinson, who had a hell of a game. Tomlinson's been an amazing Nick Boyle replacement. I think I'm gonna, Nick Boyle comes back. I'm gonna keep Tomlinson, and whatever happens with Oliver happens. Try and get him on the practice squad. Maybe someone picks him up, because Tomlinson's just moving people in the run game. Yards there. It's a little bit of a stalemate. Little power. He does a nice job. Everything right there. Couple yards. Nothing crazy. Yeah, 57's feeling himself. Thinks he can get something going. Ravens go empty. It's only 4 here. Pre-snap. Who's coming? Nobody's coming from this level. They're all sitting flat-footed, sitting back. They're tilted down this way, so it looks like, zone, match zone. What's going wrong here? Got Murray out wide, got Duvernay. So, ideally, I'm not trying to put the ball there. Just in general, single high. That's not, Murray and Duvernay to beat 3 guys over here. DB triggers downhill. Lamar puts it overhead. So, whatever. Could have been tipped and picked, maybe. Lamar has one of those later where it hits Bateman in the chest. I also didn't have to throw this just because it's blocked up. It's blocked up. Completely blocked up. Reset, but whatever. Bad read. Ball motions in the backfield. Tight split here. So much room. You can get so many guys on their blocks so quickly. No one's in between here. I don't know what this play is. Now they switch it up a little bit. Chargers look like they're rushing 5. Ravens bring in max protection, 3-man route concept. Let's see who's looking for the ball. Nobody. Somebody's looking now. Andrews. And this is the fumbled Oliver. So Chargers blitz, it gets picked up. Oliver leaks out. Nobody's looking for the ball. There's really, I mean, Hollywood, he could have tried to squeeze that in, but the DB's going with it. You got another one here. Doesn't look like Bateman really got separation there, but Andrews is the only option. Lamar's eyes didn't go there. You got to get the ball out underneath on 3rd and short. So, just kind of a throwaway there. See if Oliver can go get some yak, and he fumbles. We watch Kevin Zeitler go run into this pile, save 50 yards maybe here. Gets blocked up a bit. Throws it to him. Fumble. Zeitler jumps into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Chargers come running in. Zeitler hangs onto that football. You know what happens to the bottom of those. Punts out of bounds. A little zone lead. Boot. Houston's on it. Herbert tries to flip his hips, run the other way. Fire this ball back to the sideline. Incomplete. Out of bounds. So Houston, who got beat by a boot real bad last week on this side to the wide side of the field, to the field side by Wentz. So it looks like they want to try to go to Cook, and I'm sure there's someone beyond it. Forces him back the other way. Clearly covered up. All they could do is try and throw a needle to the sideline. Nope. Now we got this 2x2 here. Tight versus wide, which I like this formation. I really like when it's 2 tight ends. Gives you the ability to be a power run to the left. Then you have the spread element to the right. And I prefer it out of pistol or shotgun, really. But under center drop back, quick throw, looking for it. Bynes takes away 15. Bynes moves with it. Goes to the running back. That's fine. Fine pickup. Herbert's happy with that. Great play by Bynes. We'll watch him take away the more dangerous threat. So Ravens look like they're anticipating run here. So you got Owe, you got Campbell, you got Ellis. Maybe not anticipating run. But got a nose in there. Locked up. Watch Herbert watch how exaggerated this motion is. Like, he could just underhand this right now. Bynes takes this away. Harrison's in position. Such an exaggerated motion to get there, but it's fine. Get a couple yards there. I think this sets up for 3rd down. Now they spread the field out a little bit to the left, but still, most of it's tight, which lets all these Ravens defenders in here. Use your protection. DB is going to come around the outside. Bynes takes away the inside option. This guy's not looking yet. Starts to get the ball out. Goes to this option. Timing's not there. Herbert's seeing ghosts a little bit. Marlon Humphrey can never catch interceptions. Top 5 in everything but catching the ball for any cornerback. Elliott, Wink Martindale talking today about him as a defenseless or a positionless defender. We see Bynes already dropping, taking away the inside from number 3. So they knew that was coming. I mean, he took number 3 away. Elliott's coming, boom, right into the chest. So what Coach Vass had to say about this was that Elliott could have gotten there quicker if Owe slants harder inside. So if Owe takes a nearer path inside, it's going to force Slater to move away. And then Elliott's not going to have to run around him and corner like that. Run the corner. But he still lays a shot. So that was the little improvement. That's how close Coach Vass's eye to detail is. But the fact that this would have been a sack if Owe takes a more narrow path inside, because Elliott doesn't have to run around like that. But huge play. I think this is a 4th down now. And I don't get it, man. In tight over here, you got Marlon Humphrey one-on-one. I guess they wanted to take their chance here. They think they can beat Marlon Humphrey. Ravens bring some pressure. Gets picked up. Ball could go there, but just what are these? Just a hitch? Why isn't that a slant? Why isn't he working inside? Why is that throw so far? Marlon Humphrey just locks it up. You're going to throw up Marlon Humphrey, the $100 million corner. One of the best in single man coverage in football. Look at how well Marlon Humphrey plays that. He even gets pushed off on a little bit. Covers well. Just too easy. That's your and like Coach Vass made some great points. That's you're showing a play so you're already down. Your offense is struggling so heavily. So even if you get this, number one, you've already showed one of your money down plays that you need early. If you don't get this, you're already in Tucker field goal range. You throw it at the $100 million corner. This is your money play. There's just so much wrong with this. And it's like, oh, well, go for it on fourth down, win percentage, something. But the Chargers still have to drive the entire field if they don't get this. So I think it showed how little confidence Staley had in his defense in ways. The Chargers want to be aggressive and all this and all that. It kind of reminds you almost of the Ravens against the Titans in the divisional round a couple years ago. The fourth downs didn't work out. But this one's early in the game. I mean, you're down 14-0, I think, maybe 17-0 at this point in the first half. So I just think Staley knew he was getting smoked, but they don't have a very this play isn't putting the Ravens defense in much of a threat, much of a bind. You're basically relying on beating a elite press man corner on a short throw who's pressing. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It felt like whatever they did wasn't going to work anyway, but Lamar takes a sack here. Let's look at the route concept. So we got tight over here. Looks like Andrews and Bateman, a little bit wide. Talked about how I kind of like these formations a little bit. Pressure's coming around that side. This slot blitzer. And Duvernay's hot. Lamar looks the wrong way. He doesn't see this pressure coming. Duvernay's hot. He's ready. He's got plenty of space. Quick throw. Easy throw. By the time he sees it, I don't think Lamar trusts he doesn't want to throw a pick. Thinks I can run away from this guy, and it was too close. He couldn't. So Lamar missed his hot read, missed the blitz. I think Duvernay does a great job replacing the blitz here. But Lamar wanted to read left, it looked like. None of them are looking. Bozeman gets beat. I think that this messed with the Ravens' protection a little bit just because of this late guy running across, the numbers changing right here. Cole Jackson pointed that out to me. So they thought, James was going to blitz. He doesn't. So then it's one-on-one for Bozeman. Bozeman loses. Gets picked up nice on the right side. Lamar sees this. I mean, you can get that ball there at this point. Just doesn't want to take a hit. Nice play by 99. 98, Joseph, come and get him. Now it's long distance. Long distance phone call. See Lamar go gain some yards back. Let's look at what we had downfield. So we're seeing, likely match man or man. This looks like match man, cover one. The blitzer. They're in man coverage. Everybody's, off man. Andrews, you could have hit for a modest gain. Whatever. Lamar works through. Got a little pressure. I'll just go get a few yards. It's fine. And then gets hit out of bounds. Picked up really well. Passed off really well. Murray lays that shoulder in there. Lamar gets away from it. And that's easy. And there's the late hit. If that happens on the Ravens sideline, that's a penalty, 100%. Trips, left. Hollywood on. He's number 3. Andrews, Duvernay, and Bateman. I guess it's Le'Veon in the backfield. Here we're to see this little screen. Hollywood making guys miss in this game. He stiff-armed the crap out of Derwin James at one point. Derwin James ended up tackling him, but he stiff-armed the crap out of Derwin James. Hollywood's playing like a man possessed. Chargers want to bring the blitz. They have a blitz beater. Not a good ball at all. Hollywood picks it off the floor. Gets rid of that. Goes and gets him back into easy field goal range. A little, I don't know what the hell goes on with the ball there, but tripping. Tucker goes and puts 3 on the board. I think this makes it 17-0. So at this point, they're in desperation. We'll take a look at this last drive, this final drive. I don't think they return this one, if I had to guess. I don't know. I'm not. Oh, no, they have to. So the Ravens know that their kick coverage unit is elite at this point. Anthony Levine runs it down. Board beats it. So they're taking those 5 yards. They want to see if they can't force a fumble or something. Now the Chargers have the fullback. Very pro-style look. Pass play, linebackers do a good job not biting downhill. Patrick Queen comes back in the game, I believe, after his injury. And scramble here. Let's take a look again. At this point, I mean, the rat defender is Clark. He's running. Bynes goes and takes away depth. Let's run this down one more time. So I mean, they're kind of double rat up here. Houston wins, gives up contained to the sideline. Herbert has no idea and goes and gets it. And not very much mojo in the open field. He's fast, but I don't think Herbert's got the moves like Jagger here. So Clark and Queen both go here and leaves just a lot of room to rumble. Could have been a sack for sure, but Herbert that looked like young Trevor Lawrence kind of. Because Trevor's got some shakes. He'll make somebody miss. I think Herbert's like kind of similar speed. Already looked at this Josh Bynes play. He blows this one up. It's now 2nd and long. Chargers wanted to run the ball. I mean, this is just basic stuff, man. I got this play action, screen, Queen comes in pretty controlled, blocked in the back, blocked in the back, blocked in the back. Matabike comes and runs this down. Watch one more time. Good control here from Queen. The Ravens defense, what did they do well? I mean, I don't think the Chargers offense was great overall. The Ravens did some things, but I think Marlon Humphrey said it, which really befuddled me last week, was saying how the Ravens, Wink Martindale said last week, the Ravens need to play with more urgency and speed, but they're playing too quick, too fast, too much urgency, too much speed. And in this game, they were really relaxed. That's what Marlon Humphrey said. They just relaxed, executed. It felt like they stayed in neutral. They didn't overrun things. And also, the Chargers just don't have speed. They don't have, barn-burning electric speed that, especially after the catch, they don't have, a player that you're a Tyreek Hill or, they don't have some sort of alpha yak guy, someone who really burns you, beats you. They don't have a Kadarius Toney or, Hollywood. They don't even have a Hollywood. So here's the play. Deshaun Elliott peels off. This is a great play by Elliott because Chargers go 2-by-2 with the motion, and the Ravens are in single high cover 3, it looks like. And out underneath, and that's the seam beater. You run these verts, seams against cover 3. So Elliott peels off, glances it, very physical catch. Very physical catch. So the Chargers had the right play. Just, Herbert doesn't get rid of this right now. Should be out now. Ball is coming out now. Not gives Elliott time to recover, and he makes a great recovery. Herbert, tries to float this up to the big guy. Elliott just takes it away from him. So great play by Deshaun Elliott. The Chargers had the right thing dialed up for the Ravens to be in cover 3. And he's got a clean pocket and everything. I mean, there's no one coming. Zips it, and Elliott takes it away, man. Great play by Elliott overall. That was an individual standout play. That was a grown man interception, his first of his career. So go through this drive too. Ravens are in heavy play action on first down. Love to see it. Love to see it. Lamar stepping up. Interception. Back-to-back interceptions. So on this one, there was just a rat defender, and he didn't see him. And Bateman's got all this space. I mean, you can float this over top. He just throws a laser instead. Throw it over in this range. Throw it towards the numbers with some air on it. Bateman can go, a long way. So, bad interception. The Ravens are -2 in turnover differential right now. Not great at all. Not great at all. Blocked up really well. Plenty of time. Now I can see it through Lamar's eyes. No pressure. He's staring it down. Tries to kind of, I don't know what he's doing here. Gets a shit shook out of him. The open field after. A little insult to injury there. So he's turned to the left. Pretty square. He got time. Tries to kind of like sidearm it. I guess he wasn't looking. I guess he was trying to look it off probably. His eyes are probably not where his helmet's turned a little bit. So thought he could maybe manipulate that defender by aiming towards the left. See, maybe he's expecting this defender to drop so he can zip it to Bateman right here, but the defender just kind of chills, sees all that coming. Under maybe red, going got some on tape, and then spin moves Lamar. Lamar's like, oh man, which is a good thing. You don't want Lamar being the one in that power right there. Chargers get the ball here. I think this is the deep post to Williams, maybe. Yep. So it's a great play. Sprint right on the play. Or I guess that's a kind of a boot right against it. And I really like this play design here to have Herbert on the move to the right, get the safety, ready to go over top, and then he just cuts across face. Look at that transition from Chuck Clark. That was some ballet. And a great play to go wrestle him down at the 1. So it's a good play design, one of the few ones that they really had that worked. Look at that transition from Clark. Turns, ball's not perfect. If it is, he can waltz into the end zone. But it is not. Chargers end up scoring a touchdown anyway. So, boom, look at the hips flip. Love it. Dirty Dancer. So we see this little, nice play fake here. That's what I don't know. Why didn't the Chargers do more like option kind of play action type stuff? That was a wild ball. I mean, a lot of heat on it, but could have let him right in the end zone. Then they go heavy. Ravens are just manned up. Harrison on Jared Cook. Harrison's a little late. Cook's faster than Harrison probably. And nothing he can do. Touchdown. So interception, big play, touchdown. Missed extra point in the wind. Their kicker's not very good at kicking footballs. Devin Duvernay with a nice modest return here, if I do believe so. Yeah, we're going to get to the 27 here. You can watch this one. Ricard's leading the way, the Monstar. Prochet getting out ahead, trying to block a little bit, leading the way. And he should have followed Prochet up that sideline. So Prochet was trying to see. So Prochet had good vision here to go through. He's also a returner. Could have gone outside. Look at that. Those two are blocked out. That might have been a touchdown, man. Watch that one more time. If he just goes with Prochet's leverage. So, good return, though, nonetheless. It's a great returner. Here's a big one later in this game. Split back. We love split back. Ravens are great at a split back. Roman's been dialing up a lot of split back. Let's hand it to Le'Veon. Go let him get some yards. Good run. Good run. Good run. Good run. Boom. So got the split back. Got Ricard. Got Tomlinson in here. Power. So you got 1, 2, 3 blockers leading for Le'Veon Bell here with the puller, Ricard. Really block that up. Seal it. Duvernay with a hell of a block too. Le'Veon tries to maybe cut back a little bit. But nice blocks all around. McCary doing a good job. Tomlinson doing a good job. Bell could have tried to punish that DB, but tried to go back in the hole. Can't blame him. Rashad Bateman down here alone. See Hollywood come in motion. Fighting for yards. Just quick throws, quick timing. Card and Andrews in here. Chargers have 7 in the box. They're a little worried. Derwin James comes up. Lamar uses his eyes. Easy throw. Easy catch. Easy first down. All right. Tight formation. Good run. I mean, the Chargers don't have anyone making plays up front. They're fitted fine. James is in here. Now, Duvernay in there. They're just going to split again for Ricard to go through the hole. And Freeman has the vision. It's skinny. Small. He's got a small strike zone. Great run. Bring Ricard in. The center and the right guard are just going to fan out. Third one commits inside. Villanueva. I mean, Joey Bosa did not play very well either. He had a couple nice pass rushes, but didn't hold up as well as he usually does in the run game. So very physical. Villanueva, I thought, was very physical in the run game. His length gives people problems. First down run. Let's see what it is. Got Ricard right. Duvernay in the motion. So there's a veer. You see everybody to the outside. Quarterback takes it upfield. Puller. Lamar just squeaks by. Runs it down a little bit. Guys lay down on him. First down. 2x2. Bateman, Andrews, Hollywood, Duvernay, I think. Let's see the routes. Spacing's okay to start. There's some room to operate. Chargers are in a single high look. This looks like cover one or cover three. This looks like cover three, pardon me. Under in the hole. Got all this space right here. That's where you want to target. Andrews, you can turn around. He tries to, oh, they wanted a home run to Andrews. Oh. Andrews does a little whirling dervish here. See what Hollywood does in the slot as well. He just stops. This was a mirrored concept. Wow. I could have tried to throw at Bateman, but it looks like it's broken down. So they're trying to run this little hitch and go. Or a, what do you call that? I can't remember. And I mean, Hollywood probably has that. But it's a really long developing play, and we'll see what happens in pass protection. Light box, 6 in the box. Guessing they blitz. Yep, 44 is going to blitz. Zeitler's eyes aren't turned there. Murray steps up into it. Where does this come from? Lamar steps up into it. Oh, Murray got beat bad. Murray got beat real bad in pass pro. He steps in. Run right through. I think he runs into McCary a little bit. So, yeah. Ravens try to run a little sauce there. And Chargers happen to blitz. Joey Bosa with get off here. Trips to the left. 2 to the right. Backs to the right. Roche running that Y over that, or that, that crosser, that deep crosser, deep over. And Lamar doesn't lead him to the sideline, leads him upfield. Bad throw from Lamar there. Probably his worst of the day aside from that missed interception. This is just probably bad footwork, I'm guessing. So, yep. This isn't, his front foot's not quite opened up. Floats it, goes over top. DB should have tried to pick that. Doesn't. It's not a great throw there. He tries to go all arm, get it out quickly, and it floats. Maybe it's a little windy. So, needed to re-square towards the sideline, throw him to the sideline. Did not do that there. Quads to the left. And sacked again. Quads to the left. They even chip Bosa, and then Bosa beats McCary inside. Lamar starts to run. What happens with, what happens here? Villanueva gets beat, I'm guessing. Villanueva tries to quick set a little bit and gets beat with the swipe. And the rip. And Lamar can't step up because Bosa's there, so it's an inside-outside. And even Lamar Jackson can't run away from that. Uchenna Nwosu is at 42. So, good plays there. Screen. End of the half. Screen. So, it takes us through. That's all I'm going to do for today, guys. But appreciate you guys, whoever joined in. This one wasn't my best. A little late, but I appreciate you guys so much. Tons of comments in here. Let's see. Tapes out for the boys. Cody. So fast. Kills me. Freeman doesn't block. Yeah, that stuff can happen. Beatdown podcast. Tape Thursday. Yes, sir. It looks like Lamar is accounting for him on some of these run plays. Is it a camera thing or teams counting on him not wanting to run as much? He wants to run, man. He definitely wants to run. He, I think he just likes to get down a little quicker, and they're calling more pass plays. The backs are out. They don't trust these backs all the way. Looks like they're starting to trust Freeman a good bit. I think Freeman had a fantastic game in this one. So some good stuff from Freeman, but it'll continue to get better. Light box, even in the red zone. Yeah, Staley is just very stubborn, and it was cute, it felt like, at first, and the media darling, and he's really well spoken, and he has this great diction, and he's an orator, and so on and so forth. But you're going for it on fourth down multiple times in your own territory. When I get it, because he's just in a position with this defense right now. They can't stop the run, so they're really struggling to have anyone up front that's busting through a double team or really beating anyone in the backfield. They got no penetration into the backfield from anyone on their defensive front, including Bosa. So he kind of has to go for it, I guess, but he doesn't have confidence in his defense. They, 42 the week before. The Ravens kind of just have their way from him from the beginning. The Browns didn't have their way with the Chargers immediately, but they're just getting thinner and thinner. They don't have Adderley. They don't have Tranquil in this game. So he doesn't trust them, but offensively, they just didn't dial up anything creative other than that Mike Williams boot backside post, or like front side post, I guess. So that was the only really creative thing that we saw out of them. And yeah, it was a mess. But I think this Ravens Bengals game is going to be interesting. The podcast will be recording tonight. We're having Mike Sands of Locked On Bengals come on, a really great film guy, someone we had earlier this summer, if you guys aren't hip with him. But podcastbeatdownmerch.com. We got some new mugs, some good John Harbaugh good mugs. We got some shirts, some sweatshirts, more stuff coming through. Appreciate you guys who ordered. Everything from the first batch is shipped. So if you've ordered in the last like 2 or 3 days, those have been fulfilled, should be shipping out. I did add expedited shipping to the capacity. It is expensive, but standard shipping is on there as well. Podcastbeatdownmerch.com. Please support the podcast. We're hiring interns now. We're making this stuff legit. We're going to get better film breakdowns, better software, better technology, more episodes, everything in between. So we're having an intern. I'm interviewing some tonight. So that'll be a fun process. Got a couple that we're looking to add, and it'll be a part of the podcast and a part of the process as well. So those interns, I'm paying them using merch money. So whatever the proceeds are of the merch, they're going to be getting paid based off of that. So please order if you can. I'll try to do some holiday themed stuff, some things of that sort. So we have a mug, getting some stickers out there, t-shirts, sweatshirts, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this one wasn't the best. I had a tough week. Coach Vass asked me to come on, which was such an honor. So, just scheduling a little bit, I had to go on there. He's someone that I learned a lot of football from. So make sure to go watch that if you want to get more into the details of what the Ravens did defensively. His was mainly ways that the Ravens messed up and the Chargers didn't take advantage, which was really interesting. But then since he's a coach at the end of the game, I was like, oh, well, what do you think the Ravens need to fix at the end of this game? And he's like, nothing. They're the best defense in football. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, but he's a genius. Go watch that, all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys. Bengals game. Looking for some content coming out soon on the Bengals. And have a great Thursday. Thursday Night Football will be recording tonight, episode previewing the Bengals game. And some other things will be coming out tomorrow. And thank you guys. Love you guys. See ya.